Fall Out Boy covers a song that I didn't think ever would be covered. You always talked about like maybe they should do an updated version, or Billy Joel should do an updated version of his song "We Didn't Start the Fire." And if you're not familiar with the song, it's him just singing about social and news significances from each decade, from the 50s through the 80s. A newer version would make sense because where he left off, it's been almost 35 years since I think that song came out in 89. So 35 years. So it would have been another 3 decades going into the thing there. That would have made a lot of sense to do an updated version. Almost like when Sandler was doing a new Hanukkah song every couple of years and the radio would just eat it up. I think there's 5 versions of it. He could come up with a new one for this Christmas season.
Yeah, he just has to update it with a whole new list of Jews.
And that's hard to do. There's always a new list. So
right? We're running out.
So like he could put something out for this year, and every station that runs 24-hour Christmas music and stuff would be playing, and it would be a big hit. So it has come to be that Fall Out Boy has done an updated cover of "We Didn't Start the Fire." Now, if you read the comments section, this apparently is one of the greatest things that was ever made in the history of music because of their fanboys. So let's listen to this a little bit here.
People are eating this up. And I don't
know.
Hearing
it? You hear it? Hello?
Thankfully, they gave us the lyric version.
Are you hearing it is what I'm saying.
I'm very low.
Yeah. It's like they just did it and put it out. It's like, hey, you can do After Effects, right?
Already.
All right, it's not rhyming very well.
No.
Some of this stuff here.
Icelandic volcano.
Right. And it's not doing what Billy did, where he was going by decade. Like, here's the 50s, here's the 60s, here's the 70s, and here's the 80s. They're just like, random things, throw it in there. We like this stuff. Let's do this. This is the problem with people today. It's like, you don't... I'll get to it in a second. A lot of shoehorning, by the way. Michael Jackson, like you're covering half a verse with stretching out a name.
Eric, I hate this so much.
I know, we all do.
I just got off work. Like, why are you doing this?
Because we have a show to do.
Like, Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man. Like, what the hell?
Just because they needed something to rhyme. And oh, that's a pop culture reference. We'll throw that in there. Hold on, Unabomber Bobbitt John. You can't fit the name right, so you got to do the like.
They wanted to use it so bad that they figured out a way to shoot, like you said, shoehorn it.
John's not a difficult word. John's not a difficult word to rhyme, so you could easily swap this out for something else. Something that ends with on would fit in there probably better.
So there's this bit on Family Guy that they did where every old 90s band added vowels into every song. This is kind of what they're doing. They're just stretching words
Metallica, out. Whiskey in the Jarro.
In the jar.
Jarro. It's a great cover, but everybody laughs and goes, why is there an O? Because you hear the original version and you go, whiskey in the jar. Like, you know, a very...
Right.
Irish folk song, and then there's whiskey in the jarro, and you're like, what is he do?
Yeah.
Look, that's just a millionaire being silly. Let him be silly. This is an abomination. This is millionaires that are out of touch with their own generation of knowing what to do. The other thing I wanted to say before the second verse came in was this is also another example of let's just remake something that was good, that was a classic for some reason, but ignore what it was really about and then just make changes that don't make any sense to it. So it's like, then why are you remaking this? Why don't you just make something different, something new if you're going to go this direction? everything's out of place on this. It's not in chronological order. The out parts of certain verses are not in the same spots that Billy Joel had it. Like, the end of the song goes, rock and roller cola wars, I can't take it anymore. That means he's done with going through all the song, and then they do the chorus till the song ends, right?
Yeah.
They do that part like in the third verse, and there's still 2 more verses. So like you're ending the song in the middle of the song, and then, oh yeah, we got other shit to talk about.
But instead of Cola Wars, they could do console wars. That works, right?
That could.
Yeah, that could. They didn't do it, did they?
Right. I was going to say they could have done it.
Yeah. Game controller, console wars, I can't take it. That works.
See, look, we just wrote a new one.
Man, they are so lucky that Stranger Things and Tiger King came out. They the only 2 words that
They had no
Yeah. This is just...
And this video is terrible.
It is. It's like, hey, they just recorded this and go, oh, just get somebody who can do After Effects. We'll do the, what was the video in the 80s where the guy was just holding the oak tag pieces of paper with the lyrics to the song, and that's everybody...
Well, that was the Bob Dylan song.
Was it Bob Dylan?
Well, Bob Dylan did it originally, and then there was like another band that did it afterwards.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an 80s song that did
Bob
it.
Dylan Homesick Blues or something like that. Let me see.
Where he did the signs with the lyrics,
Yeah.
where he would stand there and the cards would say the lyrics to the song.
Yeah, it was Subterranean Homesick Blues by Bob Dylan, and that's the one where
Okay.
he holds up the card. That's the original.
All right, I knew the one from the 80s. I thought that was, I apologize, I thought that was the original. But there was an 80s song, and I can't think of it, where they're holding up the cards, and you would start to see other people mimic that. Like the cardboard guy that's outside holding the cardboard sign, saying things that should be said and then they're never discussed. That became like a parody of that. That's what this is. It's like, just throw the lyric video. Remember there was a song called Fuck You by CeeLo when that came out.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
They changed the word to vacuum for the radio, like vacuum.
Oh, no, they did
That's
Forget
not
You.
what they did.
Yeah,
they
they
did
did.
Forget You or
Yeah.
something like that. Or some had the dropout. So F you, like that.
Yeah.
But they rushed to get that single out on the radio before they even did the video. So they just had a lyric video where the words were moving all around the screen. Like, this became the thing now. We got to get the single out. Don't worry about if everything else isn't there with it. Like, usually you'd put the song out and then you'd wait like a month or so and the video would show up on MTV and nowadays show up on YouTube. They didn't wait. It's like, we got to get this out now. So this is what this is what we're seeing. How much you want to bet, like, in a week or two, we see the full music video they did, and it's worse than this.
Yeah.
You know what I hope happens? I hope Weird Al makes his own version of this that's just like a serious version, but just he picks better words to rhyme and does it better. Because Weird Al would do this so much better. Metroid?
Yeah, he rhymed. They rhymed George Floyd with Metroid.
Well,
Oh, because that's the legacy he wants to have.
Hold on. Where was Metroid popular in the last? Not that it's not a popular franchise, but where was it a significance? Like, it was in the 80s.
Metroid
80s and
Prime
early 90s?
on GameCube?
I mean, Super Metroid was probably...
That was
yeah.
90s.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime was GameCube. That was like 2002.
I think it was early 2000s.
They haven't done anything 90s. No Kurt Cobain, no Biggie and Tupac. Nothing.
I mean, some of these people were born in the 1990s.
I mean,
but they missed the whole decade.
They did say Captain Planet, so I think that maybe that was
Captain
early 90s or
Planet got a
late 80s.
reboot in the 2000s.
But also, look how cheesy they are. They still used "Blown Away." Like, they still couldn't like change that lyric. They're like, "Oh, that "Blown Away" one was good from the first one. We got to use that again." Who else got blown away? Lots of people.
Blown away.
Clark Kent, Superman.
Yeah. Healer from Kentucky saying that they'd better be trying to rhyme orange than this track.
This is terrible.
It is. That's another thing. Look at this. Metroid. Fermi paradox. What is the Fermi paradox?
Hell is Fermi paradox?
Fermi paradox is the paradox of whether or not there is other intelligent life in the universe. And the Fermi paradox has multiple different stages.
Oh shit,
and
you're right. I'm reading along when you say it.
I'm a big fan of the Fermi paradox because there's like certain points where you would be past it, and then you might be the only intelligent life in the universe. But if you're not past a certain point, then that means that there could be other. It's a very, very complicated thing that if you're not into science or like alternate dimension shit or caring about space and aliens, you probably will not know what that is.
I'm going to watch these videos while I edit tonight. I'm going to watch all about Fermi paradox.
Watch the Kurzgesagt video on the Fermi paradox. It's really good.
Okay. I'm going to look this stuff up. Second, you have done so many puns and jokes that I legitimately did not think you knew the answer to this until I started looking. You were like saying, like, okay.
He's the boy that punned Wolf. You know, it's like he does it so many times that you can't tell if it's like, is he joking?
My boss hit me with a pun today out of nowhere, and I almost fucking peed my pants. I was laughing so hard. He's like, I saw a Nazi fish. I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, Benito Mussolini, and I was like, oh, I'm fucking dead, dude.
All right.
Yeah, like he starts off with, the Fermi paradox, and I'm like, oh, here it comes, and then he gave me the right answer. I'm like, well, shit.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of things.
I understand.
I can give them sarcastically, or I can pretend I don't know them. I generally pretend I don't know them a lot of times because it's funnier.
Right.
But yeah, I do know these.
All right.
So Fermi paradox, Venus and Serena. Like, where is the? And he's a Serena, not Serena, or however he stretched it out.
Burj Khalifa.
So it's rhyming with Burj Khalifa.
Well, why didn't he just like do like Wiz Khalifa with Burj Khalifa? Like just rhyme the same word.
Damn, I would rather have Mia Khalifa.
It doesn't rhyme. It's not in the right scheme. If you're
so bad.
If you're rhyming with Khalifa and Serena, all right, that kind of works. In people will give you leeway in vocal rhyming, you know, if it's kind of close to it, it's fine. Usually people don't go crazy with it. People go crazy with fucking shoehorning. Shoehorning is what parody songs do. Not like you mentioned Weird Al, but like morning shows that do parody songs are always shoehorning words and stuff in there that doesn't fit, but they stretch to try to get to the point, and it comes off terrible and noticeable. You didn't rhyme with the right word at the right time. Is this like they were tripping out or they were smoking or something? They go, oh, let's just do this, and they record it, and then this was just a drug-fueled kind of haze?
Keaton Batman. He literally did the Clark Kent Superman bit.
Yeah, Keaton Batman. He did the Bobbitt John. He's all about this formal listing of, you know, being called by your last name before going into all of this shit. Now, but the Bush v. Gore, I Can't Take It Anymore would have been perfect for ending the song. But again, this isn't the end of the song. Like the I Can't Take It Anymore part of Billy Joel was saying, I'm done with the song. I can't take all this madness anymore. Hey, let's just throw it haphazardly somewhere in there. Do you think this is a generator, like a ChatGPT kind of thing, where they just threw a bunch of references in there and go, try to make this a rhyme scheme for me, and this is what they printed out?
Idea. I'm gonna go on ChatGPT right now and see if it could write a better song.
I need a. We didn't start the fire, and then give them a date range and see if they can give you some kind of version of this.
Texas failed electric grid. Jeff Bezos climate change. White rhino goes extinct. Great Pacific.
That doesn't rhyme either.
Extinct.
That doesn't go either. Jeff Bezos climate change. White rhino goes extinct. None of that rhymes.
Wow. No, and the Garbage Patch Kids was the 80s. Calm down.
But why not
Garbage Patch
along in Aliens with the Fermi paradox shit?
Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Oh, I thought it was the Cabbage Patch.
And then you can put the climate change down closer to the Great Pacific Garbage Patch.
Right.
Like, this is terrible.
That doesn't rhyme either. You can't rhyme Garbage Patch with aliens. Aliens.
You can if you say it that way.
Be great if Blink 182 during one of their concerts gets to this point where they sing about Tom. Like they just pick it up as a riff and they go, man, that thing sucks. Good for you, Blink 182. Do it. What's SSRIS?
The only thing I could think of is like antidepressant meds, because then aren't those like SSRIs?
Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors.
Okay,
Yep, so it's a depression drug.
Okay.
Depression drug.
Prince and the Queen. Like he's
Prince and the Queen died. Why doesn't he just go back to 2017 when every celebrity died? Remember that year was like the catastrophe year
Prince,
when like
we had
literally everybody
Bowie.
died.
Oh, that was the worst year.
he's gone from not being in chronological order to everything doesn't rhyme to shoehorning shit just to fill syllable space.
I'm already
And
upset
now
at the
he's
next
doing
lines after
staccato
this.
here. Where he's a Prince and the Queen die. Like he's doing it staccato. Like what do you pick a fucking style and just do it? Copy Billy Joel. You just took the song and didn't fucking people. World Trade second plane. What else do I have to say?
I don't know, but it looks
say
like he's
something.
still got another minute.
How about you just
to
say
go.
something instead of just putting words together and being like, this is a new song?
World Trade second plane. What else do I have to say? That doesn't rhyme. And that doesn't even fit in the leeway of matching vowel sounds for a verse.
The way you're saying it sounds like the kid is back on the escalator bit. You're like,
The
it
kid is
doesn't
on the
even
escalator
rhyme.
again. Which, by the way, I'm not supposed to talk about that, but Jordan knows. Never mind. I'll talk about that another time, if that's even happening.
Ugh. Hold on.
What?
We did it, started up.
Oh yeah, that
I knew that
that
could
bullshit.
Oh, I
the
didn't
little
hear that. Hold on.
background vocal.
I was
Ugh.
listening to the guitar riffs because I was about to say, look, the construction of the music, not bad. It's okay. It's not bad. Whether you like Fall Out Boy or not, they've always been very well produced. Maybe a bit overproduced, but it's fine. If somebody else was singing this and the lyric structure was better, this would probably be a better song. A better cover, if you will. Right, Gio from Colorado? It's a schooner! Schooner is a boat, you idiot. See that guy over there in the Easter Bunny costume?
It's just a guy in a suit.
Just a guy in a suit. Oh, you're right. That was just like, you know, when you have multiple female lead singers on a stage, like when they do at the Grammys or something, and they bring up a bunch of really good singers to sing like a tribute to Aretha Franklin or Mary J. Blige or something like that, right?
Right.
That's like a Christina Aguilera move where other people are doing, it's like lead guitar versus rhythm guitar. Like, so the other women are singing the chorus or whatever, and then somebody's in the back doing the part of the vocals. That's what he just did, and there's no need for it. We didn't start it out.
But you started this fire.
You're right. They did start this fire.
What if this is their way of saying they had nothing to do with the Canadian fires and they're trying to get out?
Are they Canadian?
Fuck them. Sorry,
We
Tom.
didn't do it.
Fucking terrible. I watched it twice, and after the first time, I was like, this couldn't have been as bad as I thought. I probably need to just watch this again because there's probably stuff I missed. And I watched it the second time, and I said, this is worse than I thought it was. I'm wondering if radio picks this up.
Oh, I'm sure they
Maybe
have.
they'll pick it up and then drop it in a garbage can.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm sure they have, because it's been all over the
terrible.
internet in just one day. Like, I've heard a lot of people comment on it. People are posting it everywhere, and it's mixed because some people are like, "Oh, it's not that bad. I think it's good," and then other people are like, "This is the worst thing I've ever heard." And it kind of the next song that we have, if we wanted to look at it, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, this is really good. It's very and I'm sitting there going, "This one's bad too." Like, what? I don't know what people want anymore.